Hey guys, in the video about my testimony about how I got rid of depression, I promised that I will share with you some methods how I walked out of depression. And these are not methods, they are just how to apply the true things God showed me through my journey. So I think the first and the most important thing is selecting your thoughts. If you are depressed, you live in lies. You are constantly told the lies of the devil and you just simply accept them. And as you accept them, you empower them. Empower them to keep you captive. And it's not just in the case of depression, it's the same with all the other lies of the devil. Like, he tries to project an illusion around you, and if you accept it, if you say that that's my reality, that's who I am, that's the way I am, these are my thoughts, then they are able to keep you captive. And the thing God showed me was you can say no to these thoughts. You can throw them away. Just because the cross is enough. So the spirit of depression, just like all the other demons, were shamed when Jesus conquered the grave. So these spirits, these lies, don't have power actually at all, just in case you believe them. So just to show you an example, I was in depression and I felt like I'm worthless, I'm not enough, I shouldn't be alive. These weren't true, but as soon as I said that, yeah, there's some truth in it, I'm pretty messed up, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be alive, yeah, it would be better for many people if I weren't in this planet. And at the moment I accepted these, they had power over me. The good news is that this power was completely destroyed at the cross. Like, completely. So anytime you can say that you are powerless. You cannot oppress me. I throw you away. So I just read all the Bible verses which were about me, which were about my identity, which were about, who I am, according to God. And every time I felt I'm worthless, I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be alive, I just reminded myself of this truth and reminded the devil and depression that, okay, that's the truth I accept instead of your lies. So when I felt very low, I just stood up, and regardless of my feelings, I started to say that I was chosen from my mother's womb. God said I'm perfect. I'm perfect in Christ. And I'm not ashamed. No one can blame me. And I started to say these things, and sometimes usually, actually, I didn't feel anything immediately. Just that, this oppression is on me. I feel very low. But as I kept resisting the devil, it is gone, because that's the way it works. If you keep resisting, if you continuously resist the devil, he must flee. So sometimes the people think that if they resist, like for a moment, and it must go, and if it doesn't happen, then they say that, oh, this method didn't work. It's not about the method, it's the way you decide to think about all the temptations and all the oppressions you experience. There is your reality, what you feel, your circumstances, and there is the truth. And these are two different dimensions. Like, I felt what I felt, that I'm depressed, but I knew that it wasn't the truth, even though I felt them very real. And then I said that, okay, that's what I feel, but I don't care, because that's not the truth. And I reminded myself of the truth, and I kept doing it over and over and over again until the truth became more and more visible in my feelings, more and more obvious in my thoughts. And that's the way God healed me from depression. And that's the way you can resist any kind of lies of the devil. The turning point is always when you realize that these are lies, even though you feel them real. And the moment you throw them away, the moment you select them, you just make a huge step towards your freedom. And when you start it, you won't feel anything. Actually, maybe you will feel a huge battle going in your mind. So it's not about a magic pill thing that the moment you apply the method, you will experience something fascinating. It can happen, but it's about a long-term thing. So you keep resisting these thoughts, and after a while, you look back in a month or a few weeks later and you realize that how much I am changed, how long God has taken me. It's amazing. So it's the greatest lie is that you are not really free, you still feel these things. It's not like that. You are free because you had been set free at a cross, and that's the truth. And anytime you feel something else, you keep reminding yourself of the truth. And as you remind yourself, you pull down the reality of heaven, which is the truth, to your level of reality. Yes, to your feelings, to your circumstances, and the truth became visible on your level, on the level of your feelings after a while. Sometimes I felt so low. It took months to get rid of depression in this way, and sometimes I felt like I would never make it. And sometimes I went up to the mirror and I shared my testimony as if I had been healed, but I didn't feel like that. That was the truth actually, but I didn't feel like that. However, I told my testimony in the mirror, and I was thinking about sharing it and saying that God has already completed His healing work in me, but I didn't feel like that. But as I did something according to the truth, not according to the feelings, it just, something happened in the spirit. You are free to think what you want to feel. You are free to think the truth. You are free to choose to think about the truth instead of the lies. You are free to select your thoughts. You have been set free at the cross, and if He says you are free, you are free. The sentence that really changed my life was that, is Jesus' blood enough or what? And it really hurt me when I heard it. But actually that's a huge revelation. That if you believe in God, if you believe the finished work of Christ, then you shouldn't let the devil to keep you captive with his lies. And I don't want to condemn you. If you feel really low and oppressed, I can absolutely understand. I had been there. But you can't say that I don't accept these things. You can't say that no matter what I feel, I choose to think about the truth. I choose to think about what I am, who I am, according to God, how free I am. And you can do that. The first step is just think about, and you can find it out in the Bible, who you are according to God. Gather all the Bible verses about your true identity and just keep reminding yourself, keep reminding the enemy anytime he tries to come up with another idea than the truth. So you can throw these thoughts away. The greatest thing is when you don't just remind yourself of these truths, but you actually make steps according to the truth. Like, you feel that you are really messed up, you are not able to connect to people, you want to run away, you hate yourself, you hate everyone else, just as I did. So I had these thoughts, but I realized that that's not the truth. Even though I feel them, they are real. I will make steps according to the truth instead of my reality. So I went to join clubs and join Christian young people to hang out with, even though I felt really nervous about it and really depressed about it, that I should connect to people. Oh no, I hate greeting people and being introduced to people, and just this whole socializing stuff was like nightmare for me. And I knew that based on the truth, I can do that. I can do all the things I think I'm not able to do, or I thought I wasn't able to do. So I just did the things I shouldn't do based on the lies. So I joined the youth ministry, which organizes events and even prayer and worship events for young people. And you know, organizing an event is not for a non-sociable person, but I joined this thing because I decided to make steps according to the truth, which says that I'm free. So if I'm free to organize an event. So I started it, and of course I made many mistakes, and I felt very miserable sometimes because, you know, I didn't have relationship with people for years, so I couldn't socialize. So I was like a strange girl in the ministry. But as I kept walking in the truth, it became more and more my reality. And that's what's going to happen to you if you decide to select your thoughts and throw away all the lies the enemy tries to come up with. You can choose to resist the devil. You can choose to throw away all the thoughts which are in contrast with the truth God's saying to you. I hope I could help you, and bye.